What is up, Algebra 2 students? I hope you've had a good, nice long break. And we are back at it now with lesson 15. Our objective for today is how do you solve a system of equations using elimination. Please note that we have already learned how to solve these by using substitution. So now this is just a different method we can use to solve elimination. So kind of our goal when we're trying to solve by elimination is to eliminate a variable. That's why it's called elimination. So in order to eliminate one, we want to get one of the variables, either the x or the y or the q or the z or whichever one. Just pick one of them and get one of the variables in each equation to have the same coefficient but a different sign. So kind of like 3x and negative 3x, maybe 17y and negative 17y. Just so that way whenever we add them, because notice if you add these two numbers together, you get 0. So you're trying to add those together, you get 0. So if we're able to do that, then we can add those two equations together and we will eliminate one of the variables. Once the variable is eliminated, then we can solve for the other one. So that's what this next idea here is to add to eliminate the variable and solve for the other one. And then that variable you use to plug it back in and find the first one. And we'll go through a couple examples here. Please remember that your answer is going to be a point where two lines meet. Right? If we have two lines that are crossing, those are those two lines. When we're solving for them, we're trying to find the point right there where they intersect. So the answer is going to be a point, x comma y. So make sure that you're writing your answer as a point, x comma y. Okay, here we go. So solve by elimination. So remember, the first thing I'm going to try to do is I'm trying to get one of these coefficients to be the same number. Well, this one's 3, this one's 2. So if I wanted, I could multiply this whole equation by 2 and this whole equation by 3, and it would make both of these numbers 6. But I'm realizing that maybe this coefficient is like a negative 1. So if I multiply just the second equation by 3, that would get those numbers to match. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this second equation, I'm actually going to multiply it by a negative 3. I'm picking a negative 3 because negative 3 times this negative 1 will make it a positive 3, and positive 3 plus a negative 3 would come out to be 0. So my new system of equations over here on the right, the first one's going to be exactly the same, so I'm just going to rewrite it. 3x minus 3y is equal to 21. In my new equation here, I'll write it in a different color. Negative 3 times 2x is going to give me negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 3y is going to give me positive 3y. Keep that equal sign. Negative 3 times 12 is going to give me negative 36. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two equations. So just add this number and this number, which would give me 5, 1, negative 15. Negative 3y plus a 3y is going to give me 0y, or just zeros, or just 0. And then 3x minus 6x is going to give me negative 3x. So notice now I'm just down to a single variable. So it's going to be negative 3x is equal to negative 15. Divide by that negative 3. I'm going to get x is equal to a positive 5. So that is half my answer. Now all I need to do is take this x is equal to 5 and plug it in up here somewhere to solve for the other variable. I think I'm going to plug it in the second one down here. I'm going to say 2 times x, which is 5, minus y will give me 12. So this means 10 minus y is going to give me 12. I'm going to add a y and subtract a 12. So it's going to give me a negative 2. This gives me 0. That gives me 0, and over here is just going to give me y. So this is my other half of my answer. So then my answer is going to be 5, comma, negative 2. Okay, let's try one more. This one's, we have 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Negative 4x plus 3y is going to equal to 15. So again, I'm trying to get these numbers to match, or those numbers to match. Well, it's going to have to multiply both equations by something, because like 3 is not a factor of 4, and 4 is not a factor of 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this top one. I'm going to choose, to eliminate my x's this time. The only reason I'm choosing to eliminate my x's is because this one's already positive, and this one's negative, so the sign's already different. So I'm going to choose to eliminate my x's and just see what this comes out. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 4. I'm going to choose to multiply this bottom equation by 3. Now why did I pick those numbers? Well, because I know that 3 times 4 will give me 12, and negative 4 times 3 would give me negative 12. So that means that these, my x value, should reduce to nothing or be eliminated. So my new equation here, or my new sets of equations, will be like this. 4 times 3x is going to give me 12x. 4 times 4y is going to give me 16y. 4 times 20 is going to give me 80. 3 times negative 4x is going to give me negative 12x. 3 times 3y will give me 9y. And then 3 times 15 is going to be, 30, 45. So notice now, we kind of got our goal there. This is a positive 12, this is a negative 12. So whenever I add these two together, that would give me 0, which would mean that they would be eliminated. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's add these two equations together. 125. This is going to give me, 925 y's. It's going to give me 0 x's, or just simply 0. So I'm going to have 25y is equal to 125. You divide by 25, you get that y by itself. You'll get y is equal to 5. So again, half my answer. So now all I need to do is take this half an answer that I got and plug it in up there somewhere. We can pick any equation that we want. I'm going to go and just plug it into the first one because I'm dealing with positive numbers that way. So I'm going to have 3x plus 4 times 5, because again that y right there is a 5, should equal to 20. So 3x plus 20 is equal to 20, so I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides. So I'm going to get 3x is equal to 0. Don't freak out by that or think we've gone somewhere wrong. We're still okay. Divide by 3. X is going to equal to, 0 divided by 3 is 0. It's the other half of my answer. So my final answer is going to be 0, 5. The 0.05. Your homework, if you haven't seen it already, is down here, page 82, 5 through 20 all, and then 4 more of your choice. Good luck. Feel free to watch it again and again and again, or not. It's up to you and however fast you understand. Good luck.